So with our base complete, now we're ready to lay out for our recesses on our stones. They seem to be pretty symmetric, pretty much exactly the same size. I mean, not super exact, but close enough. So this base measured 11.5 by 9.5, and that leaves a 1/2 inch reveal on each side and 3/4 on the ends and 3/4 in between. Take your pencil and go away, go beyond, and then change your angles. And also go on so you have that little crisscross there that helps you make sure you get those corners in the right spot. Boy, that got ugly quick, didn't it? Oh, you know what? I worked last night. It got kind of late. It was about supper time, and I'd only got 2 of them done. And well, you know, I mean, I had to try it out. So I sharpened a chisel on it with my coarse and my fine. And you know, the staining is a direct result from the water. And look at that, though, isn't that nice? From the water and the metal. So there's the coarse and the fine. So let's chisel out the super fine, and then we will we'll try it out. Try it out on a chisel. Boy, breaking out the poor man's router. I haven't seen this for a while. I've got to do a better job on this one. I just made it for doing the bench, and I haven't upgraded it yet. I've been kind of looking for one of those, you know, the Stanley, the hand routers there. I'm looking to find one of those at a garage sale or one of these days. But until then, I've got this one here. Again, this is a Paul Sellers invention, or I don't know if it's his invention, but he's one I learned it from. And this is just a Stanley 750 chisel, just a 1/2 inch chisel, pounded in a hole at an angle, and set at that depth right there. You can see it sticking down about 1/8 of an inch. And what that allows us to do is get it's basically a hand router. We can see, I've got it set at the depth for these guys here. Now I can come over here and take this across here, whoops, and get the exact depth, some consistency on all of them, right? So we're almost there, guys. So we got with the poor man's router there, we got that all nice and consistent. So anything we need to work on are just these edges here where the poor man's router, it doesn't really work very good. So I'll just take, I left my pencil line there. So we'll just take that and just really carefully go right alongside that pencil line. All right, I think that recess is all done. So we've got those silicone feet. We got to cut those feet off. Those are actually kind of nice feet. I think I'll save those. Maybe use them on something else. We don't want them, they're not going to work in our stand. All right, so those all fit in there really, really well. Good and tight. Yeah. A little bit of play. That one's tight. A little bit of play in that one. That's all right. I'll put a little glob of silicone on the bottom of those and hold those in there. It's interesting, that purple color that came out. I use, Paul recommends using Windex. Use Windex to kind of carry the chips away. And I also noticed I read a little bit about this morning, you want to dry these off when you're done, because the metal that binds the diamonds, it'll rust a little bit. I can see there's a little rust, even though I did dry it off a little bit. I wonder if there's something you can put on those that would prevent that, or if that's a big deal. I'm not sure. So we need to put a cleat on this. Here's a piece of oak, something that's going to be rabbited in, that we can, looks like we could put in the vise and hold, or even, because our pressure on this is going to be forward, right? As we're sharpening, we'll be sharpening this way. We want, maybe we just lay it on the bench and it just pushes up against that. That might be suitable too. So to put this rabbet in here, I can't think of any other way to do it, because it's going with the grain, than to just use my back saw. Boy, there's got to be a better way to do this. I just don't know what it would be. Chiseling it's going to be really rough that way. Let's just try it. We'll do our best. What more can we do, right? You know, actually, that didn't work too bad. It didn't work bad at all. Just kind of, well, just kind of take your time there and work down one side, then came and did the back. I'll try to stay on the line and then kind of work the middle out. You can't go very deep with this because saw doesn't have any set in it. It starts to bind. See, I think our 3/4 chisel, that's just perfect. Just perfect. Look at that. That oak is so different. Probably didn't need to go that deep. That chisel's so sharp that I don't even need the mallet. I could just, it's lovely. Definitely need the mallet to get started here. So now, with our poor man's router here, we need to set the, we'll set the depth. Just tap it there until we get it down where we want it to be. Yeah, right there. I think that's just about right. Man, oh man, that works good. Every time I use it, it surprises me. Brilliant. Look at that. You know, that's hard to do. That's hard to get that. If you had to do that by free hand, that's a good looking rabbit there. Oh, I love it. So the question is, well, are we going to fit? Ooh, seems a bit tight indeed. It's very close though. But that's okay. Let's just plane this down here a little bit. Oh, this is real and enjoyable woodworking. No safety glasses, no noisy machines, no dust masks, no fear of cutting your hand off. All right, let's try that. All right, here we go. Is it gonna fit? Beautiful. What's wrong with that? Oh, this is going to work really good. So I'll glue this in, but I'm going to use it. We want to see how well these diamonds work. We'll glue that tonight there, but it fits in there tight enough where it should stay put for our intended purpose here. All right, so starting from left to right, we'll put in our course. a medium, and our super fine. Oh, that's good. Oh goodness, we're plodding through this, aren't we? I received a couple, well actually just one comment from one of my subscribers who was very discontented. This is taking too long. I want to see this project done. I don't want it to strung out over multiple videos. You know what, I'm not that guy. There was some comparisons with some of the other channels, some really big channels that do woodworking projects, and they'll start a project and they'll finish it to the end on the video. But when you look at that, they're only uploading about 3 or 4 videos a month. And I can do that, I can go down that route, but I don't typically want to. I want to just share what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, and that's why it takes so long. What you don't see, and maybe it's hard to get the idea or the big picture, this is not the only thing that I'm working on today over the last few days. I have lots of obligations with the family and repairing and honeydews and things that I need to take care of that I don't make the video, and so I'll come out and I'll work for a couple hours, and that's the way I like to work, and I just share with you what I do for the day. So my advice to you is, if that's frustrating, just wait. Let the video stack up a little bit. If it's a 2 or 3 part series, then you can watch them all back to back. I put them in playlists, so it should be pretty simple. So I understand your frustration, but if to put out, I've been putting out, trying to put probably an average of about 5 videos out a week, and I've done that for over 4 years now. And so every video can't be an epic. It can't be a major production start to finish. It wouldn't be possible. I could do that, but you'd be looking at 1 video a week or 4 videos a month instead of just daily. And this is the way I prefer to work, and I think it's much more fun. So that's the way it's going to be. All right, what else did I have? So I have got, let's see, what is it? Number 2? Manly Manners is window number 2. Number 1. Number 2, a really great video put up by my subscriber Dan Carpenter from the Daily Prep. He runs a website. He did a very extensive book review of Modern Homesteading, Rediscovering the American Dream, and just put it up. I'm going to put a little excerpt from that. If you click on that, that'll take you right over to his channel. But I really appreciated that, and it's nice to have kind of a third-party review, and he did a really great YouTube video, so click on over there and say hi to him, and you can watch that video review. The thing that I was most pleased to hear from him, and was the point that we really wanted to get across, was to tell the big picture, and to not come at this modern homesteading as something that, like, we have arrived or we're the experts on this, but to share what our experience has been. We had some real hardships getting here. We had our first property completely exploded and cost us everything, all of our money, everything that we worked for essentially just flushed down the toilet because of some bad decisions. And we share that. We share a lot of intimate details, mistakes that we made, in hopes that you won't make those same mistakes. So if you want the big picture, if you want to understand how we made this decision to do this and how the YouTube channel started up to the present, to where we're at today, the book really lays that out chronologically, and you'll come away with a much better understanding of our mindset and what we were thinking and what we did, and I invite you to go over there. Dan's video, he did a really nice job with that. Also, box number 3. One of my best subscribers, EZE-lap, just ordered 2 copies of the Modern Homesteading book. He sent me an email and said, I don't need 2 copies, I want to give this away. Do you know someone who's in need? So I'll click on, you click on number 3 there, that'll take you over to his channel. I know that some of you have contacted us and said that it's just not in the budget to order the book, but we would really like a copy. Maybe I'll put you 2 together. Maybe that you can get that copy sent to you. So just go over there and maybe you can ask EZE-lap if he would, maybe you'll be chosen for that. What else was there? Oh, number 4. Is there going to be 4 thumbs in this? I've got a video for you that I really want to share. Maybe I didn't title it right, but I don't think a lot of you have seen it, but it was one of my most favorite videos. It was a video that Mrs. Wranglerstar and we cut down a really big fir tree, about 5 or 6 feet across with the crosscut saw. It's the first time that we had done it together. And I really liked that video, and I'd like to see more people get it, because
I think it's fun. It's something you probably have, most of you have never seen before. I had never experienced anything like this. It was terrifying and exciting nonetheless, but I think it's a fun video. So click on that and you can go watch Mrs. Wranglerstar and I work as a team and take down that big tree. It took 4 hours by the crosscut saw and the axe chopping at the face cut, but a pretty fun video. So I guess that's it. So thanks for watching and we'll see you guys on the next video.